Nearly 2,000 years ago, in ancient Rome, a man named Nero took the throne. Now, Nero was not your average ruler. No, he was a man infamous for his scandalous behavior and his lust for power. He was an emperor known for his extravagance, his love of the arts, and his impulsive decisions. But as Nero grew older, he became increasingly aware of his legacy. He saw how history would remember him as a tyrant, a madman, and a destroyer. And so, in a desperate attempt to change his fate, Nero hatched a plan to reshape his image and reform his legacy. Nero knew that he had to do something drastic, something that would leave a lasting impact on Rome and its people. And what better way to do that than by rebuilding the city? So, Nero set his sights on a grand project, the construction of a new palace, a palace that would rival any other in the world. He called it the Domus Aurea, the Golden House, and it was unlike anything Rome had ever seen before. The palace was opulent, adorned with gold and precious gems. It had sprawling gardens, lavish dining halls, and even its own man-made lake. It was a symbol of Nero's power and wealth, a statement to the world that he was a great emperor, not a madman. But as the construction of the Domus Aurea neared completion, whispers began to spread throughout Rome. People started to question Nero's motives. They saw his grand palace as nothing more than a display of his excess, a monument to his ego. And as rumors spread, so did the discontent among the people. Nero could feel the weight of public opinion shifting against him. He knew he had to take drastic action to salvage his reputation. And so, he turned to one of the most powerful forces in Rome, religion. Nero became obsessed with the idea of becoming a god. He believed that by aligning himself with the divine, he could secure his place in history. And so, he set out to establish himself as a living deity. He built temples in his honor, held elaborate religious ceremonies, and even proclaimed himself the new Apollo, the god of music and the arts. But Nero's divinity was not enough to sway the people. They saw through his charade, saw him for the power-hungry tyrant he truly was. And as the whispers of dissent grew louder, Nero's desperation reached new heights. In a final attempt to reform his legacy, Nero turned to the ultimate act of sacrifice, his own life. He believed that by becoming a martyr, by ending his own life, he could redeem himself in the eyes of the Roman people. And so, on the 9th of June, in the year 68 AD, Emperor Nero took his own life. He stabbed himself in the neck, his final breath a testament to his desperation and his unquenchable thirst for power. But even in death, Nero's attempts to reform his legacy were in vain. His name would forever be associated with tyranny and decadence. His reign would be remembered as a time of corruption and excess. And the people of Rome would breathe a sigh of relief, knowing that they were finally free from the grip of a madman. The legacy of Emperor Nero serves as a cautionary tale. It reminds us of the dangers of unchecked power, of the destructive nature of ego and ambition. It is a reminder that even the most powerful rulers are not immune to the judgment of history. And so, as we look back on the reign of Emperor Nero, let us not forget the lessons it teaches us. Let us remember that true power lies not in wealth or grandeur, but in compassion and humility. And let us strive to be the kind of leaders who leave a positive and lasting impact on the world.